They call me Squirrel.
What's going on, squirrely folks? I'm back today with a little Blackadder. How did World War I begin? I've had a lot of requests for Blackadder. Didn't really know where to start. This one seems to be one that keeps popping up. People saying this is one you should check out. So I'm going to give it a whirl. I'm going to see what this is all about. That's Rowan Atkinson, and he has what looks like modern day wax. They do those wax things now. You yank out the nose hairs. That's what it looks like. A pair of underwear on his head or something. Let's give it a whirl. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, ring the bell so you know when I come out with more reaction videos. I would really appreciate the thumbs up or thumbs down if you didn't like it. That's fine too. Here we go. Blackadder. How did World War I begin?
Bugger all to do except sit and wait.
Well, I don't know, sir. We could have a jolly game of charades.
Oh, yes.
And sing along of musical hits like Birmingham Bertie and Whoops, Mrs. Miggins, you're sitting on my artichokes.
Yes, I think bugger all might be rather more fun.
Permission to ask a question, sir?
Permission granted, Baldrick, as long as it isn't the one about where babies come from.
The thing is, the way I see it, these days there's a war on, right? And ages ago there wasn't a war on, right? So there must have been a moment when there not being a war on went away, right?
Not enough. That's great.
And there being a war on came along. So,
Can we take a look at this guy's face? Just like,
what I want to know is, how did we get from the one case of affairs to the other case of affairs?
Do you mean, how did the war start?
Yeah.
The war started because of the vile Hun and his villainous empire building.
George, the British Empire at present covers a quarter of the globe, while the German Empire consists of a small sausage factory in Tanganyika. I think that we can be entirely absolved from blame on the imperialistic front.
Oh, no, sir, absolutely not. Man's a bicycle.
I heard that it started when a bloke called Archie Duke shot an ostrich because he was hungry.
I think you mean it started when the Archduke of Austro-Hungary got shot.
there you go.
There was definitely an ostrich involved.
Well, possibly. But the real reason for the whole thing was that it was just too much effort not to have a war.
By gum, this is interesting. I always loved history. The Battle of Hastings, Henry VIII and his 6 knives, all that.
You see, Baldrick, in order to prevent war in Europe, 2 superblocks developed. Us, the French and the Russians on one side, and the Germans and Austro-Hungary on the other. The idea was to have 2 vast opposing armies, each acting as the other's deterrent. That way, there could never be a war.
But this is a sort of a war, isn't it, sir?
Yes, that's right. You see, there was a tiny flaw in the plan.
What was that, sir?
It was bollocks.
Bullets.
So the poor old ostrich died for nothing.
That was fun. That was short. It was great. Rowan Atkinson is just—he's a hilarious dude. That was great. The gentleman playing the rube who didn't understand why the war started delivered it perfectly. The other 2 guys, the best part about this whole clip was watching their facial expressions. True comedy at its finest. Sometimes a facial expression alone tells the joke. Awesome, funny. We'll definitely do more Blackadder as long as I don't have any problems with it. And yeah, I really liked that a lot. That was good. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed it. And until next time, squirrel out.
Fuck yeah, fuck yeah.